Hi guys, it's Katie here, and I'm back with another demo / review for you guys. So I reached out to the Crescent Cardboard company and asked them if they would mind if I reviewed some stuff for them, and they obviously didn't mind. They sent us some goodies. And I've already reviewed the other thing that they sent me, and I will leave a card to that up here. It was the photo mat artboard, and I had a ton of fun with that. So now I'm going to be moving on to the Crescent Rendr paper, and as everybody knows, or at least a lot of people that are in the art world, according to their little tagline, or, you know, what they advertise, is that this paper can be used and you won't be able to see through either side of it. So basically, you can use Copics on it, it won't bleed through, stuff like that. So it is a no show-through paper, as I've already said. And you can use with all media, so spray paint, markers, pastels, pencils, paint, any kind of liner, stuff like that. It is 110 pound paper or 180 GSM. This has 32 sheets in it. This is the 9x12 lay flat sketchbook, so when you open it up it'll lay flat for you, so you can use both pages at the same time if you want to. But you don't really have to worry about that weird binding that a lot of non-spiral bound books have. So let's get into testing this out and see if it really does not bleed through to the other side. Alrighty, so for the first test, I'm going to be using Higgins Black Magic. I'm just going to squeeze some on out here and move it around with this paintbrush. Next up, I'm going to be using Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay Black India ink. Next, I'm going to be using this black concept marker because I don't have a black Copic. I'm going to do the leave on the paper method for quite a while. Scribble that around. Next, I'm going to be using this concept brush pen. Next, I'm going to be using this Copic multi-liner. Next is this Tombow ABT marker, which is a water-based marker. And lastly, I'm going to be using some watercolor paint that is also in black, like everything else. I figured I would use black because out of all the colors I have, aside from red I suppose, black would be the worst / best color to use for this. So, yeah. These are about all the black things I own, at least the stuff that'll bleed through anyway. Alrighty, now for the moment of truth. Well, as you can see, there's no magic here, folks. It's just amazing paper. So the nice thing about this is the fact that I can create on one page and then flip it over and create in the other page. Like I've said already, there are 32 sheets in here, but since you can use the back, that makes 64. So you get 64 pieces of paper out of this whole thing, and I think it's amazing. I think this is one of the best inventions ever. So now that we've tested this out, let's get into an illustration to see how it works on an actual picture. See you there! Alrighty guys, so I am doing some watercolor right now onto the Crescent Rendr paper, and I will note that whenever you put water on this paper, it's kind of weird. You can kind of see through it, but it's like a weird grayish color, and it really sucks up the water, almost more than a watercolor paper would, so I felt like I had to keep going back and forth. But I will tell you that watercolor does not show through. I was very pleasantly surprised. I don't know, I had low expectations, not because of that, it just seemed hard to believe that a paper didn't show through. That's a big thing to live up to. Like I said, here I am putting watercolor down. I just put a big old wash of watercolor, and I did not go easy on the watercolor, let me tell you. So next up, and you'll see it right now, I am using a Prismacolor Color Erase pencil, and I didn't test out Prismacolor like Premier pencils, but I did on a separate piece of paper, and it seems to work just fine. There's no weird like texture problems where you have to like spend forever if you're burnishing. So yeah, I am just sketching out a mermaid because I decided that's what I wanted to do on this paper, because I don't know, I haven't drawn a mermaid in a while, and I thought it's about time I draw a mermaid, you know what I mean? So I just drew a mermaid, and I actually like that I did the watercolor wash first because it added a blue tint to everything, so when I eventually colored over it, it looked like she was actually underwater and not placed on top of it. So here I am using my concept brush pen marker to line everything out. This is actually, I think, the first time I ever used this marker. I haven't used it that many times though. And I was really nervous to use it, but I really wanted to, just to kind of put a bunch of media into this, and actually that was my first brush pen. So here I am coloring with Copics over everything, and I was gonna go for a flat wash of color, and then, I don't know, I felt like it lacked depth, so I did end up shading some areas. I think the hair got shaded, the skin, and that's probably about it. But it took Copics really well. I love how Copics blend on this paper. It's amazing. It is a little bit more expensive, but I feel like you get what you pay for when you get this, because it's expensive, but it doesn't bleed through, and you get all of your money's worth. You get every sheet of paper. I will leave a link down in the description below if you would like to purchase this Crescent Rendr paper, because this stuff is awesome. It doesn't bleed through. You can work with any media. I wish I had some spray paint to show you guys. I guess I do, but I don't know where it's at right now. But anyway, I really hope you liked this video and this cute little mermaid doodle. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps me out a lot. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, have you used Crescent Rendr paper before? And if you have, what are your impressions of it? Don't forget to join our cute little artist family. I put out a new video every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and 2 new videos each on Tuesday and Friday a month. And until next time, bye!